Hello, I'm back. I decided to do what I watched in January because I learned finally how to put screenshots in my videos, like photos of the movies in my videos, which wasn't that hard. So I should have been doing it for a while, but I wanted to do this because I got excited about that. Um, I watched Right, and what I'm doing this year, I watch a TV show, new to me TV shows every year. And last year I went a little crazy. I watched like 50 shows, and that is a lot. And then I was working too, so that was a lot. And I wasn't really watching movies. I only watched like 40 something movies last year. That's just the new to me. I didn't really watch any ones that I owned either because I was so focused on getting through those shows because I have a TV app and I had checked off like 50 shows and I didn't have to watch them all because I checked them off. In my mind I had to watch them all and I did, except for the animated ones, which I'm gonna try to watch this year. But that was too much, and this year, I made it easier on myself. I made a little list of shows I would like to watch this year, and if I get to them, I get to them. If I don't, I don't. I didn't check in. I haven't checked any of them off. I'm not gonna check them off until I start watching it. Because what I usually do, I check off the ones I want to watch before I watch them, just so that I remember that I want to watch them. Because I forget sometimes, and so I made a list on the app, and if I get to those shows, I get to them, and again, if I don't, I don't. So that way, I feel less pressure to watch all of the shows that I have checked off. Um, and so by doing that, I decided that I wanted to watch a new to me. What I do is I watch a new to me movie in the morning, and then I watch my show until like 9 o'clock, and then I'll watch a movie that I own. So I'm getting everything that I want done. So I watched 31 new to me movies, and I watched I don't know how to do um I watched a trilogy as well. So I watched more than 31 30. Let's see, 33. Yeah, I think. I don't know, 34 um movies in total in January. And again, 31 of them are new to me, and the rest are not. They're just from my collection. So I'm going to talk about all the movies I watched that are new to me. I have a list in my journal. I even put star ratings next to them because I would remember. I have a letterboxd. I'll probably link it in the description if you want to follow, because I watch a lot of movies. I have a lot. I feel like I love my movie collection. First of all, like I am obsessed with my own movie collection because I feel like I have so many great movies, so many movies that represent who I am as a human. But anyway, so I'm gonna do the new to me's, and then I'll do all the rewatches. And there's a lot of movies on my bed right now. It's really overwhelming, so I just want to get through it so I can put them all back. The first movie I watched this year was the Peanuts movie, and I gave it 3 stars. And I was it's just before I decided what I was gonna do about the watching the new to me, then the show, then the rewatch. And then I was watching it, and I was like, I want to continue doing this, and so I've done it for a month, and we're already in the second day of February, and I've already watched 4 movies because I watched another trilogy. So, yep, and getting into it. So the Peanuts movie, 3 stars. That was pretty good. I didn't like the animation of it at all. So I think that took down a few stars, but I did enjoy it. Dune Part 2, I saw Part 1, and I really wasn't into that one, but I loved the second one. I gave it 4 stars. I liked it a whole lot more than the first one. Jerker for Lay Ado. This is controversial, but I didn't really like the first Joker, so I didn't really have any stakes in this at all. So I like the second Joker movie. I gave it 4 stars. I I think it's because I don't care about the first one. So I just had a good time. That's basically what that is. Then I watched The Iron Claw, which gave 5 stars. That movie was so good and it was so sad. It was just such a tragedy. And his mother, his mother, Eric's mother. I was gonna say a big spoiler, but I'm not gonna say it. Not gonna say it. She is one of the strongest people ever. Like, I can't even imagine the grief she carried with her for the rest of her life. That's a lot. And yeah, 5 stars. It was it was a lot. Then I watched Beetlejuice gave out 2 stars. I don't Not really a fan of the original movie, although I do want to rewatch it because it has been a really, really long time. And there are times where I watch a movie and I don't like it, and then I rewatch it and I get obsessed with it. So I'm hoping that's the case with Beetlejuice because it really is my movie. Like, it's weird, it's quirky, and I love those movies, so it really should be a favorite of mine. Maybe I just in the mood at the time when I watched it for the first time. So that is something I wanted to do, is rewatch Beetlejuice. But I didn't like the second one. I think the problem is Kathleen O'Hara just came off like Mora from Schitt's Creek to me, playing the character that she played in the original Beetlejuice. I just felt like she wasn't. I don't really remember her character in the original Beetlejuice. Maybe she was this way, but I just saw her as Moira from Schitt's Creek. That's so it was just kind of off-putting, her performance, so that kind of like bothered me a lot, and I didn't really like I don't like it. 2 stars. Ponyo, I gave 5 stars. That was such a cute movie. Like, I had seen like bits and pieces of it, but I never finished it, and it was so good. Um, I loved it. Okay, then I watched Lazy Other Field, which I got for Christmas, and it is new to me. So, 5 stars. I own it, so I'll be rewatching it at some point. It's so good. After Sun, I gave 4 stars. This I went back and forth with the stars because sometimes I was like, that's a 3 star. And then, like, by the end, it was a 4 star. So, loved it so much. I don't think I guess maybe I'll say, like, if I want to own it or not. The only one I kind of do want to own is Ponyo from Telfar Ponyo. The Iron Claw was so good, but I would never ever watch it again. It was too much. It's like too hard to watch more than once for me, at least. But After Sun, no, it's a one and done. But it is really good. Woman of the Hour, I gave 3 stars, and I think the issue is I'm not an Anna Kendrick fan. I don't like her acting, and I didn't like her acting in this. The other thing is that the movie felt like it was set in modern times. That makes sense. If you saw the movie, I don't know if you would agree with me or not, but I forget what decade it was supposed to be set in. I think the 70s. I don't know. But it felt like they were playing as if they were in that decade, but they were in this one. Like, it felt like It was weird. I felt too modern. That's what I'm trying to say. Like the setting felt too of 2024, 25, like really modern. And they were wearing the costumes, the clothes from the decade it was set in, but it just felt out of place to me the whole time. And I don't know why. I don't know. I don't I don't know if it makes sense. If you've seen the movie, maybe you maybe it felt good to you, and maybe it's fine, but I just feel almost like interpreting it weird. But that's what I was the whole it was just distracting to watching this movie because I was like I just felt like they were playing as if it was set in this other time while it being really now, you know? I don't know if I'm making any sense, but that's just how I felt while I was watching it. Like, I didn't feel immersed into the world, I guess is the issue I'm trying to convey. With it, what I'm saying, like, I didn't feel transformed into that time at all. Um, I didn't like the actor who played the guy either. I didn't think he did a good job. So, sorry. I know the story though. And it's very sad and it's awful, but like, I did like it very much. Okay, Room for One More, 4 stars. It has Cary Grant, my beloved, my everything. I love him, and they had some movies up on Max through the Turner Classic Movies section for Cary Grant because his birthday was in January, so they had some movies of his on there. And Room for One More was on there, and I loved it. Next was Calamity Jane. I know how to say it. Okay, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. With Doris Day, I gave it 3 stars. And I wanted to love it because it's Doris Day and it's classic and everything, but it didn't hit for me too well. Priscilla, I gave 2 stars. I hated the performances of every single person in this movie. Sorry. Jacob, whatever the hell his name is, who played Elvis, I did not think he did a good job. I don't think he was a good choice for Elvis at all. And I don't remember who played Priscilla, but I don't like it. Next is The Cat Returns with 5 stars. This is kind of furry propaganda if you really think about it, but I loved it, and it's 5 stars. And I put it in my want to buy list. Porco Rosso, 4 stars. Actually, I'm gonna change it to 5 because it is really good, and it's another one I put on my want to buy list. It's so like I've been seeing a lot of posts about it recently, and I'm like, that was a good movie. Secret Obsession with Brenda Song gave it 3 stars. Asteroid City, I gave 4 stars. That was really fun. Belfast, it gave 5 stars. This one was really good. Again, it's another one I would never see again, but it was so good. So, Petite Maman, 5 stars. I loved it. Again, I don't want to own it, but it was nice to see at least once. Eraserhead, I had seen it the day David Lynch passed away, and I gave it 4 stars. It was weird. I only have like one David Lynch movie left, and it's Inland Empire. I think that's the last one to see. But yeah, that one's like 3 hours, and I don't know when I'll be able to get to that one, but I will. I will get to that. A Day in the Country was 4 stars. It was so like a mellow kind of movie, and it was nice. Summertime, 5 stars. It's in my list of movies to buy. some point. I loved it. And Katharine Hepburn, great. Autumn Sonata, 5 stars, but I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna see it again. It was just one and done with Ingrid Bergman, and it was very good, very well acted. So I recommend it, but I'm not gonna see it ever again. Only yesterday I did put it on my list. I gave it 5 stars. I thought it was very good, very real, you know. Then The Blob, which I gave 3 stars. It was fun. Not over again. I've been wanting to see The Blob forever. It was on Max, and I was like, perfect. So I watched it. It was fun. To Be or Not to Be, and I gave it 5 stars. It's the Carol Lambert one, and I put it on my list of movies to buy. So good. The All Going to the World Fair, I gave 4 stars. It's a very weird movie, but I loved it a lot. So not on my list to buy, but I enjoyed it. Wild Robot, I gave 5 stars, and I put it on my wish list. A lot of people say it made them cry. I didn't cry one time, but I loved it though. I loved it. I saw TV Glow, I gave 4 stars. It was also a weird movie, enjoyed it, but I don't need to see it ever again. Ghost Story, 4 stars. I liked it a lot more than I thought I would, if I'm honest. I went into it with very low expectations, but I did like it. Death to Smoochie, 4 stars. I must have Robin Williams and Danny DeVito, and I want to watch all of Robin's movies at some point, and I had never seen it, and I enjoyed it, but I don't need to see it again. And then Pearl was 4 stars. And I don't want to see that one again, ever again either. But that was fun. Now I have kind of organized the one I own in the order that I saw them in. But I just have to remember which pile is what. But anyway, the first movie rewatch of the year was Wizard of Oz. And obviously, I'm not going to go into a lot of details on these, but if I want to say something about it, I will, but I'm probably just going to kind of rapid fire through these. But Wizard of Oz, got Paper Moon on Criterion Blu-ray, and I watched it not immediately because it came last year, but watched it soon enough, and I love this movie. This is one of those movies that if somebody says it, I want to watch it right then and there. It's it had become a comfort watch, and I just love it so much. And I watched Clueless. Since Brittany Murphy's death, which has been a while, I have not watched Clueless. And there's another movie of hers in this that I haven't watched since she died, which is crazy. And I bought the Blu-rays and I never watched them because I was I just had this block. I don't know if I want to see them because it's going to be hard because I miss her so much. But then I was like, how can I honor her if I don't watch the movie that she's in? So we watched it, and I love this movie, obviously. It's great. Then Lisa Frankenstein. I saw this in the theater last year, and then I got the Blu-ray, and I watched it over and over. I bought it on Amazon Video, and I've seen it so many times, but this is so good. I need to mention before I go any further, because I might forget, I watched 5 Feet Apart, which I have bought on Amazon Video. I did own it physically, but I got rid of it because the Blu-ray I watched the Blu-ray so much that it stopped working, which I didn't think was possible for a Blu-ray, but I guess I just watched it so much. So now that I know how to put up images, I will put that in here. But we watched that. I don't remember when, so I'm just gonna mention it now. Stuff out of the way. But no. Then I watched The Bridget in Madison County. This movie is everything to me. It is like perfect. Perfect. Oh. And then I watch. No. There's more to this. Okay, I listened to the audiobook of this. And I didn't like the book very much, if I'm honest, but made me want to rewatch the movie because I love the movie and I much prefer the movie over the book. That's what I was going to say when you held that up. Coraline, I listened to the audiobook. I like the book and I love the movie. Both. Dogfight. I need to upgrade this to Criterion Blu-ray. I only seen this twice. This is only my second time watching it. But both times, doesn't make me like heavily cry, but it makes my eyes water at the end, and I always have to wipe the tears away. Because the ending is just like, if you've seen it, Yeah, it's great. And then National Velvet. This is a comfort watch. It's such an easy watch. It is so sweet, and I love the family in this movie. So yes, I watched National Velvet. I watched Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Another comfort watch. I watched Arsenic and Old Lace. Another comfort watch. I have it on Criterion Blu-ray, and I hadn't watched it. I got it like last year. When it came out on Criterion Blu-ray, but I got it for it had to be my birthday or Christmas, I don't know, but I don't even remember when it came out on here, to be honest. But I got it and I never watched it, and I watched it and was like, this still a great time. And if you're to remember, needs a bare minimum a Blu-ray release. I think there is one, but it's like out of print and it's really expensive or something. But please release this on Criterion already. If you're to remember, it's great. It's a great movie. I want it upgraded. I want it in a better format. But yeah, love it. And I watched Winnie the Pooh, obviously classic movie. Comfort watch, not classic and comfort. Kiki Delivery Service, yet another comfort watch. Yay. Okay. And then my favorite Disney movie of all time, Little Mermaid. And then I watched Everything Celestine. This is an underrated animated film. I love it so much. It just makes me so happy, and I highly recommend watching it. Then I watch Josie and the Pussycats. I got this on Blu-ray a couple years ago, and I, for some reason, didn't watch it until now. But it's still one of my all-time favorite movies. It is another comfort watch. I just love it so much. This movie taught me the dangers of advertising at a very young age, and how dangerous it is, and how companies and media can manipulate us. Yeah, that's where I learned it from. So since this movie, I've been more taught me to be more aware of things and not to follow trends just because it's popular, just to really think about things before just being I'm gonna dedicate a lot of my time to this. So yeah, made me think a lot. You wouldn't think so, that would be the movie to do it, but it did it. Then I watched Corpse Bride. Yes. I have Max, and there's Lord of the Rings extended edition is on there. Plus the theatrical cut is on there, and I watched them all on Max. But I love these movies with all of my heart. They're my favorite trilogy of all time. And every time I finish it, it makes me cry. So, but what can I say? Everyone knows these are perfect. Everyone knows they're great. And it's funny because the day after I finished watching all the movies, someone on Instagram posted about the Shire houses, and I was like, I was like, I should rewatch Lord of the Rings. And I had just finished Lord of the Rings. So that's how much I love these movies. Like, I feel like if I given an option, like, you can get rid of all your collection and just keep this. No, I wouldn't do that. But I guess I can live off that. No, I couldn't. But these movies are just so they're so good. I also watch the extended versions of the movies. Always the extended versions. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, everyone knows these movies. Everyone knows how great they are. Yes. To be honest, I was such a hater of these movies when I was younger. Because my mom and my stepdad had the first one on extended DVD, and they were kind of get me to watch it, and I was like, no. The second one came out, and my dad and my brother wanted to see them, and I was like, and they had to go because my parents are divorced, and it was my dad's weekend, and so I was like, so we went. And I loved it so much. I loved the second movie. Somehow, I saw, I think, like 3 times in the theater. And because I saw it with them, saw it with my cousins, and then I saw it with, I think, different cousins. But I just don't remember who the third person was. But I know I saw it in the theater at least 3 times. And then we got the extended DVDs, not the Blu-rays. All the box set of it, the movies, and then I watched the first one, the second one again. So I watched the second one the more than the other 2, and I finished it. The first time I finished it, the series, the trilogy, I cried so much. I was like, oh my god. So yeah, this one is a journey for me, and I'm so glad I finally got over myself and watched them because they mean so much to me. Next is Neverending Story. Yes. A Big Fat Greek Wedding. Alice's Adventure in Wonderland. Hansel and Gretel. I found out that this movie has like a special edition Blu-ray out, and I need it. I need it very much. But I never thought I would see the day this movie was on Blu-ray. I never thought it would happen because I feel like I'm the only person in the world who loves this movie. Because I went on Letterboxd, and there were some good reviews, but most of them were like 2 stars, 1 star. And then I honestly don't get it. And I don't know, just because it's a movie that I grew up with, so I just have like a special connection to it. So I can't imagine like not liking it as a movie, but people don't like it. I don't know why. In this scene, Cora Hickman is in this movie as a witch, and there's a scene when I was little that would freak me out every time I watched it, because Gretel comes downstairs because she hears the witch and doing stuff. She goes downstairs, and her witch's back is turned to the door, and she says, "I know you're there. I can smell you." And like, when I tell you, this is my favorite movie when I was 4 years old. Whenever it would get close to that part, I would just hide under covers or whatever, because that part scared me to death every time. But yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time, everybody. And then I watched Sleeping Beauty. I actually got this Blu-ray a long time ago, and I never watched it, and then I got it, and then I did it. So, good, good, good. And then you watched The Princess Diaries, another one that I got a couple years ago, never watched. I don't know why. It takes me so long to watch stuff once I upgrade it. Even though I'm like, this is like one of my all-time favorite movies. And yet I took a long time to rewatch it. I don't know. But yeah, great movie, obviously. Um, the other Brittany Murphy movie is Uptown Girl. I watched it on Max. Again, I bought this movie a long while ago. Didn't watch it then. And again, it is mostly because of Brittany's. They miss her so much. Like seeing her, I was like, oh, you were so special. She was so special and so full of life and so talented. And the fact that she is not here is weird. It's such a weird feeling knowing that she's gone. And so like, yeah, watching this, I was just like, she was so special. She was such a special actress, that person, just like everything, you know? Great person. So yeah, I love this movie, and I now consider it a comfort watch. I need to rewatch it more, so I probably will, but I love it so much. And then I watched my favorite movie of all time, The Outsiders. We watched this movie not last year, which is crazy because I try to watch it at least once a year. It's my favorite movie of all time. But I didn't watch it last year. And I watched it, I think, the year before that. And I didn't feel the way I usually feel when I watch it. And I thought, oh no, is that not my favorite movie anymore? Have we outgrown it? Have I gone over it? So I think that's why I didn't watch it last year, because I was scared that if I watched it again, it would confirm that I don't really like this movie as much as I used to. But I am happy to report that I watched it last month, and I still had the same feelings watching it as I usually do. So I can say that it's still my favorite movie of all time. So, dodged a bullet there, because I was going to get really sad if I didn't like it anymore. But I do, still 5 stars, still like, again, my favorite movie of all time. It gives me the warm and fuzzy when I watch it, and it's not that kind of movie. But again, it's my favorite movie ever. And so when I watch it, I get excited. I get, like, it just, like, brings me happiness in the sense that I love watching it, you know? Not like this storyline. I'm like, oh, that's so not exciting. It's like, no, it's because I know it so well that it's just like, I'm just like, oh, I'm watching my favorite movie right now, and it feels so exciting to watch it when I'm watching it. So I love it so much. It's this has been my favorite movie since I want to say 13 years old. Yes, 13 years old. It's just everything to me ever. So love it. I think I only have 3 movies left. Okay, I watched Beautiful. This was a childhood favorite of mine, and I watched it a lot growing up. And I hadn't rewatched it in like a few years. And I rewatched it, and I still consider it, again, like The Outsiders, one of my all-time favorite movies. I think as an adult, it's probably, I can see like a deeper meaning to it than I did when I was younger, and there's stuff that I didn't understand when I was younger that I know I understand now, so it kind of makes the movie a little bit more like interesting to watch. Like there's a scene in the movie where Mona, played by Minnie Driver, it's like a flash, it's like it comes from her childhood and then goes to her in her adulthood, and she's in bed sleeping, and her stepdad comes in the room. She blows a whistle. And when I was little, obviously I had no idea what that meant. Because luckily, I don't know what that means. I did not know what that meant. Um, and so, like, I never thought about it. I would watch it. I watched it over and over and over again. Never thought about it. And then I rewatched it as an adult couple years ago. And I was like, oh no. Like, obviously, you know what the application of that means. And I now know what that means. And so, knowing that and then watching the rest of the movie, you're like, oh my God. Like, yeah. So Mona is definitely one of my all-time favorite movie characters. She's so flawed, but she's also such a human person, you know? She has so many flaws. She's been through a lot. She doesn't know how to deal with stuff in a way that she should at her age. Yeah, it's just like, it's so good. It's very good. I love this movie. And then 13 Going on 30, I watched that. This movie introduced me to Vienna by Billy Joel. And I love that song so much. And it's one of my all-time favorite songs. And I heard it in here. This is where I heard it from for the first time. And it has stuck with me ever since. So, 27 Dresses. This one, it's like too real for me. For me to consider it like a comedy, even though it is. I relate too much to Katherine Heigl's character, like way too much. Not have not in the obviously the business that she's in, but what I mean is that she had to grow up really, really fast. She had to give up her childhood. She had to step up and parent her sister at a young age. I didn't have to like parent my sibling at a young age, but my mom worked a lot. My stepdad worked a lot, so I had to watch my siblings for hours and hours and hours at a time. I didn't really have freedom to do what I wanted to do as a kid, as a teenager specifically. And so I feel like I gave up so much of my younger years. And so she kind of had to do the same thing. And so I feel like I have like a kindred spirit with this character. And so when I watch it, I used to cry at watching this movie a lot, and I don't cry anymore, but I still, the scene that I used to cry at still gets me like, ugh, that breaks my heart. So yeah, it's just like it's too beautiful, but it's so, I just think they showed what it's like sometimes to be the person that sacrifices everything for everybody else, and how that eventually just like brings you down. Like it just like, it changes you eventually into like kind of being bitter, kind of being upset that things aren't going the way that you want it to, you know? But anyway, yeah, this is obviously a really great movie. It just, I don't know why I get so deep with it. Because it is just a sort of pure romantic comedy. And it's not that deep. It's not that like serious. But and then Runaway Bride. This movie is a comfort watch for sure. Saw it in the theater like twice or maybe 3 times. But yeah, I love it. Okay, that is everything. I think this video will be longer. Luckily, it's not. So hopefully I'll have this edited soon and be up. And then that's it. So thank you for watching. Okay, if you have watched anything good this month or January, please let me know. If you've seen any of these, please let me know. Give me your opinions on what the new to me's, the rewatches. So that is all. Goodbye.